What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Front Office Football 9 video here. We've got our Raiders series Cinderella Challenge about to enter the 2025 season. But first, we got to hit the weight room. We got weight training day, and we got to cut down the roster right now. Looking at about 71 players. Oh, we got about 68 signed here. About 68 signed, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire is out for 30 weeks, so he's going to miss the whole season. So let's take a look at the weight training plan and see what we got for positional fits. This is the first time doing this with this team in this series, so it'll be good to see where they have some of these guys slotted and see if we can make any changes to get players in the right position. Okay, so looking at the quarterbacks real quick first. Okay, running backs. We could maybe have Clyde bulk up a little bit. I don't know how he's going to. He's got a compound fracture. Shin bone fracture, yeah. I don't know how he's going to bulk up with that, but we will do it. And then maybe have Everett Sherry drop some weight. We get Brock Bowers bulk up a little bit. Let's see. Keenan Allen slim down a little bit. Yeah, he should. 33 years old, man. Let's see. And then Justin Shorter, 230. 232. Okay. Offensive line, a lot of moving pieces here. Let's have Mason Cole drop. Mitch Heiga. All right, so that's where those two are at. Fine. This is where things get interesting because we obviously want to get guys on the right side of whether it's right or left. But we also might want to consider, should any of these guys be playing center? Maybe not. There's just so much potential and so many good players in this guard room. It's hard not to think about possibly moving somebody. But who do you do it to? Like a Ben Barch, but like, because nobody, like Mason Cole is roughly at these two guys level already, so it's like you wouldn't really change anything until maybe mid-season or next year, until you see how some of these higher potential guys shake out a little bit. Let's just see where they're at here. Left, right, 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 left, left, right, right, left, right, right. This guy should be a left tackle. About. 29 to a 52. 27 to a 47. Whoopsie. Okay. That wasn't the greatest change for Randall Akala, but he's a 7th rounder. Okay. Yeah, we'll let that rock though. Okay, and now let's look at let's go through and look at weights here. Maybe get Aaron Banks down. Okay. Should have Phil drop a little bit. Jackson Powers Johnson. For somebody like him, is he just a better fit at like a tackle or something? No, no, he's definitely a left guard. Okay. Okay. Let's look at the tackles here as well. Have Thayer Munford drop a little bit. He might be a better fit at left tackle just with his weight. Going from significantly below to below. But 89% of his ratings will be retained. Yeah, we don't want that. We'll see a drop in the rating for sure. That was something I thought of, though. Have Trey bulk up a little. Oh, Brian Hines. No, anybody going from right to left is making a big adjustment apparently. So we won't feed into that at all. All right, great. All right, so we got our offense all squared away with that. Have AJ Cole drop a little bit. Okay. Looking at the defensive side here. A lot of things happening. It's a lot of, we don't want to get crazy with the changes here, but also like there could be a lot of corrections made on this front seven right here. Starting up at the top here. So 4-3 DNs, we got 1-2-3, and then a couple down here in Al Prince and Pablo Neal. We also have a couple 3-4 DNs. Specifically one here in Colin that can gain some, both of them can gain weight. They might be better off playing playing some D-tackle, both of these guys. Especially if they can gain some weight. These two can lose some weight, so they're going to probably be better at defensive end anyway. Okay. So let's bring... Let's bring Colin over to D-tackle here. He should gain weight. How about at right tackle? He's going to be asked to gain weight either way. Yeah, I think we bring him over to left tackle, though. Let's try that. 4360 to 4461. Okay. It's not a huge change, and then we'll want Colin. We'll do the weight stuff after. Let's get guys in the right spot first here. We have another one, Jackie Casares. Yeah, he's definitely got a D-tackle build. 6'2", 305. He's going from significantly above to below. Okay, how about if we go right tackle? He's about average for weight, about average for height. He's probably a good fit for right then. 39.53 to 40.55. Okay. Whoops. Now we're talking here. We got some guys here in the right spot now. And then we have a couple of DNs down here. Al Prince. He's going to be better at DN, and Pablo Neal. So let's get these guys in the right spot as well. Left end, significantly below currently, and he'll be above at left end. Below. How about right end? He'll be about average for weight. Let's give that a try. 31.46 to 30.44, so he lost a little bit. It's okay. And then Pablo Neal here. He's 6'2", 285. He's going from way below and below to above below. About right end. About average to below height. Okay. 25.49. Ooh, 23.44. I think these guys were both, in hindsight, maybe just a little short, especially Pablo Neal. But that's okay. We can get them to slim down a little bit, potentially. These guys are both undrafted. Yeah. Okay. So let's take a look now and get guys at the right weight. So Sherman Stewart definitely needs to drop some weight. Al Prince is good. Kenneth Soler is good. Pablo Neal. I'm wondering if I should have these guys drop weight. Al Prince and Pablo Neal. So Al Prince, he's above weight currently. So they're both considered above weight. I'm wondering if we have them both slim down. I'm wondering if we have Sherman Stewart switch to right end. It's gonna be about the same anyway. All right, we'll see how that plays out. We'll see where those guys end up. At D tackle, Stewart. .306. What if we send him to nose? It's gonna be a much better fit. 48.50 to 48.50. Right. And his he's right at his goal weight. But and he can't really lose weight anyway. Ricky, let's see. Colin, we wanted him to gain weight. We know that. Jackie's good. Jace. Is he considered below weight? Yeah, he is. So Jace, we can maybe just bump him up a little bit too, and if he goes too high, we could just switch him to the other side. And then I think we have same thing with Ricky. We have him slim down. If he goes too far down, you know, we can figure out which side he's best on, but I think that's that'll be key to get those guys at the right weights. All right, and then at the linebacker spots, So Spillane's much better on the outside, it seems. He's got an outside skill set. Whereas Derek Barnes is better on the inside. So the question is, do we change? I think we give it a try. Let's try getting Derek Barnes to a middle linebacker spot where he's a little bit more on size-wise, 65 to a 66. Cool. And then Spillane, he's better. He's got a weak skill set here, weak side skill set. Below, below, about below. Okay. 62. All right, so we lost one, but we can get his, we can at least, I think he can gain weight, so where's he at? Spillane. Oh no, he cannot gain weight. My fault. So we're a little undersized on the outside. Got Herb at strong. Okay, okay. And then we have Eichenberg as well, who's better at weak side. Okay. Eichenberg, let's get him to weak then. Yeah, he's definitely seems to be a much better size fit there. 45.53 to a 43.50. Okay. Couple of switches that like they weren't as good. Maybe we're forcing it. I don't know. I think at the end of the day, those ones, you know, it's a couple points here or there, whatever. Maybe better in the long run as they start to adjust their new spots and whatnot, but okay. Let's go through and just get our corner weights right. All these guys can do is just lose weight. Except for Sam, give him bulk up a little bit. Maybe have Akeem drop some weight. Taiwan's 217. He's probably not going to hang on to the roster. I wonder, undrafted guy. I wonder if we get him over to safety, where he's going to be more of a fit weight-wise. Probably strong safety. Whoops. Only above to above. Below, below. Let's just try it. 23.44, 24.44. All right, so it didn't really do a whole lot, but at least a better weight fit over there. Meanwhile, Harper at a 195. He might be able to play some corner. All he could do is lose weight anyway. Let's try it. 33.50. 35.52. Okay, so that one was a little bit better. Definitely was a little undersized at safety. All right, cool. All right, that pretty much does that. So now let's get through. So before this Arizona game, too many players on the roster here. I think we got to cut this thing down to 60 flat, right? Who is our inactive? It's Clyde Everslayer, right? We're gonna put him on injured reserve. Okay. So we gotta cut a few guys here. Devin Leary seems like an easy one. We drafted Bert Fuerte, and he's just a little bit better at the moment, and we have more cap control over him. Running back, tight end, we're pretty much like, even receiver to an extent, we're pretty much stuck on all of those. Jackson, we're going to take on some dead cap if we cut him. I don't want to do it, but I think we just keep him on one more season at least and just see how it shakes out. But there's really like, we drafted 1, 2, we signed 1, 2. I think we just see how the off season goes for all these guys and figure out if there's any way that we can move some guys around. Mitch Heiga is undrafted, and he looks like he's improved a little bit, but he's definitely not, you know, there's a few like undrafted guys that, you know, we're not going to be afraid to move on from. Mo Wagner's probably one of them, because we're just so loaded at offensive line right now with prospects and things. It's like, it's almost like not worth it, really. We gotta kind of move on from some of these stragglers. Delmar Glaze is like a Jackson Powers Johnson situation, just to a lesser extent. Like, we'll maybe see if we can hold on to him this year, but he's not as much dead cap tied to his name. Pablo Neal is undrafted. He's a 26 right now. That's probably one we can. Any guys that are in like the 20s that are undrafted right now, it's like, except for these linebackers, because we really don't have anyone else there. We gotta kind of like, linebackers and other positions, like, can't even really look at it. DeCamerion, Johnson, Richardson. Got a few of these guys that are just like, are they even going anywhere? And maybe if we could trade them, we can be fine moving on and just taking that dead cap. But let's look at DeCamerion, Johnson, or Richardson. Richardson, Glaze, and Powers Johnson. Powers Johnson has some interest. Glaze has some interest. Richardson has some interest. Okay. Let's check out what we got for these guys here. Oh, this is going to be one of those like, oh, we have interest, but just kidding. All right, so that's fake. It seems like the Jags are interested in... No? Everybody's just fake interested right now. How about at least for Delmar? Wait, no? Okay. Everybody's fake interested, that's fine. The other thing that we can do here is start to look at who's due up in for a new contract in 2026. Kicker punter. I wonder if there's something we can do with this here. That's a decent amount of money for a kicker, not gonna lie. Same thing with the punter. Let's see. Yeah, that's something we'll be looking at. Minshew. We can actually bring him down quite a bit if we extend him. But what would that do for us necessarily this season? I don't know. And I don't necessarily know if he's going to ball out or anything. We might just be able to see how the O'Connell thing shakes out, and then he wants an 8 million signing bonus. I don't know. I don't know if we get ourselves into that right now. Zamir White. It's going to cost a few mil to keep around. Bring up his cap cost this year. Keep him at like a few mil. He was pretty bad last year. Behind a pretty bad line, though, too. We might be able to save ourselves a little bit of money because he looks like he could be pretty good if he has the right line in front of him. And he's really our only good running back right now. I'm fine committing a few million to him just to get him that extension. It's fine. Thayer Munford. He's gonna get up there, and it needs a little commitment. 2 million signing bonus. I think this is worth looking at what the tackle room looks like. Invested a little bit. Is it worth keeping him around? Is it worth keeping him around? Because he's just an average starter. He's a starter level player. Do we bet on a Trey Karimi, a Frank Spellman? Maybe. Let's see what we could get for Thayer. Houston would be interested. We could bring back a 3rd round pick next year from Houston. Could bring back a 2nd if we give up a 3rd and a 4th. Cleveland could bring back a 3rd. And I'll check Buffalo just to check Buffalo here and get a 2nd and a 4th back. I'm fine just taking the Houston deal here. We give up a 5th. We pick up an extra 3rd in 27. We're not going to get a comp pick like that back from him anyway. Cool. Grab an extra pick, and we could bet on some of these guys to see, you know, can one of these guys jump up, probably get up to his level anyway. Okay. We have Jack Jones at corner. He's going to cost like 4 or 5 million. And this is another one of those where it's like, we're so loaded at corner. One of these guys is going to do a better job than him anyway. Look at, we have like Sims and Pirano and just guys with more potential than him, Jack Jones. I'd rather I'd rather toss him out there and see what we can get back. Um, is he tradable? Sure. Let's see. Can get a third and a sixth back? Okay. Fourth and a fifth. Yeah, I definitely like the Rams one the best. Third and a sixth for him? Absolutely. Let's just rack up some picks. Clear some roster spots out. We need two more guys. Okay. Bill Haynes at guard. He's got some potential, but he's a seventh year pro. It's almost like, uh, yeah, he really doesn't bring much to the table. And we have so many guards too that it's like this guy's not going to start, and he's almost he's going to be buried in the depth chart. Phil Haynes. Let's see what we can get for Phil Haynes here. No one's got interest in him necessarily. Probably one that we can cut, but we'll leave him on for now. We need to get rid of two more players here. Sam Pereno. We can't re-sign Sam. It's an undrafted free agent. Same thing with Akeem Tyler. A lot of these other players. Just undrafted free agents. So. Okay, and then it comes down to cuts. Can we find a couple to cut? We could probably get rid of Camryn Richardson. It's going to be 400 against next year's cap. Best to probably just shake off some of these. Some of these guys that have been hanging around, doing whatever. We could also probably get into the D-end room and just get Kenneth Solaire out of here. I don't think he's hanging around. The other thing we could probably do, let's look at our D-tackle room here. Got all these guys signed through 2027. Ricky Higgins right now looking like the one that's like, is this a fit? Nose tackle. What's he weigh? 311 though. We can get him to right tackle now. Yeah, he'd be a better fit at right tackle. 46 to a 46. A little bit better of a fit there. Yeah, I wonder if Stuart Duplessis. I mean, he's a guy that can get us a little bit of a different look. Nose tackle. It's probably just one of these things where like Slayer really is not going to offer too much for us. Rotational pass rusher, and that's fine. Yeah, we'll probably we'll let Al Prince walk. Okay. That gets us down to 60. I think we should be able to, yep, move on here after Philly. After the, oh no, it's going to stop us at the Rams game here. Or, oh, it's actually because Diego Jimenez dislocated hip. Oh boy. We'll put him on IR. Okay. And now we're up until the Denver game here. And let's get a look at the roster. Gardner Minshew up to a 55. Okay, Dylan up to a 44 here. Our tight ends making moves here. Brock Bowers jumped up to a 54. Meyer capped out at his 53. Devo 66. Trey Tucker 46. Keenan Allen actually dropped down to a 37. He's starting to hit that wall. Receiver's going to be a tough position for us. Mason Cole leveled out. Okay, Aaron Banks at left guard. Carlos Madsen at right. Okay, Mitchell Paget still figuring things out. He's got a lot of potential. It's a bit of a project though. So we're going to be starting our second rounder instead. Just seeing. Be a little heavy for center, but he could do it. Play him over Mason Cole. He's 28. We've signed him. So if it's going to happen, it better work out. A 5-year deal. I don't know. The other one's Ben Barch here, who we signed to a 3-year like backup deal essentially. Significantly above. Okay. Here's Phil Haynes. Let's see if we could. I just want to see if we could trade Phil Haynes again here. Phil Haynes is probably a cut. Okay. I don't want to change any of these guards necessarily. Changing of the guard. Powers Johnson weighs 328. He's a fan favorite somehow. Okay. Do we just change him to center? Height is below average. It's about average height. Okay, so he took quite a dip there. It's about the same as Mitch Heiga. But we actually have some cap control on Powers Johnson. And, well, he has more cap control on us, rather. Something to consider. Alcala we took in the 7th round. Can we trade Glaze? He has good potential. He's the furthest behind right now, though. Baltimore. We get 2 5th rounders. All right, let's just take this Baltimore deal and just grab 2 5th rounders. I take on a little bit of dead cap. Some of our D tackles here are leveling out. Stewart, Duplessis, he's a nose tackle. He's just not going to fit in a 4-3. Let's see if we can trade him. Can we know? Oh, here he is. Chicago. Give up a 4th for a 2nd and a 3rd. Wow. Green Bay. Same thing. Give up a 7th for a 2nd and a 5th. Oh, that's the one right there. Jets. We just get a 4th and a 2nd back. That's the best one, actually. Same thing. 2nd and a 4th from Tampa. Let's send him to Tampa. They play with 3-4 for sure, right? Okay. Now we got some picks. We got some picks in the hopper here to play with. 2 guys in IR. We need 3 more guys to get out of here. Jacorian Bennett. That's another guy that's like can maybe trade him. Is he still young enough? Just previous regime guys, you know? Previous regime. I don't think anyone's gonna want this guy, but good one. I'm checking 181 here. Okay. Jacorian Bennett, probably one that we can get rid of. Let's just take on the dead cap for next year, 210. All right, we're down to 6 corners. That's fine. We need to get rid of 2 more guys. Yeah, we got the cap control on Alcala is really the only reason I want him still. Jackson Powers, man, do we just take the 800 next year? Or it'd be 1.6 mil next year that we would owe him instead of having to kick it out to the next season. Let's just see if we can like move him, I guess. Nope. All right. And then one more. Can't really cut any linebackers right now. Safety, though. Taiwan, Audette. Yeah, let's let him rock. We only need 3 safeties on the roster, so. Arturo Murray. Okay. That's our 53 right there. Edward Slayer won't come back, and we'll just have to figure something out once Diego Jimenez does come back. But yeah, until then, we are good to rock this thing, and now it's just a matter of picking a handful of guys to be inactive. Like Trace, though he's a 4th rounder. Probably Randall. That's some of the guys that we drafted, right? Hakeem. Yeah, he really doesn't offer much for special teams anyway. Yeah, and then probably a few of these defensive line pieces. Since they don't offer any sort of special teams assistance. Maybe another tackle here too. Okay. All right, cool. All right, I think we're ready for week 1, guys. It's been a lot of trimming, a lot of crafting, sculpting of this roster, moving positions around and things like that, but I think we've got this in a pretty decent spot for 2025, and we'll see how we can attack it. New coaching staff, bunch of brand new players in here. Definitely see where we want to improve this as time goes on. But excited to see how this season shakes out, and we'll figure out if we need to make any mid-season adjustments. I'm thinking right here, something's got to happen with this guard room. It's way too stacked right now. We got to get these guys some playing time so they can develop. I don't know who's gonna move, but somebody's got to move over to center. Maybe it's Mitchell Paget. I'm not sure, but we'll figure some things out in that episode. For now, thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.